Hello, we're live, and we're doing playoffs round 2 coverage. Today, joining me is Carter.
Yes, I'm here once again.
Hello, Carter. Welcome back. Let's not mess around. Let's just get straight into these matches. We have some pretty exciting matches. We're gonna start with my match, versus Noah. So that's the Toro Stampede versus the Windows Live Essentials 2012 free download. Let's just get right into it. I can talk a little bit about what I brought and why. I do think one thing that's really interesting in terms of the brings is Dodrio. And so the reason I brought Dodrio is basically twofold. First of all, it naturally outspeeds everything on Noah's team. There aren't a lot of teams where that is the case, but Dodrio is 110 speed, which is a little faster than like Tauros or basically anything else on my team. I think Scyther's 105, Dodrio's 110, and Tauros is 100. So anyway, Ninetales, interestingly enough, is at 109. A very odd speed stat, but that just guarantees that Dodrio is always faster than Ninetales, lower than Ninetales. So it kind of slots in really nicely in the speed tier. And then number 2, I was actually really worried about the Primeape. And Dodrio matches up very well. It can one-shot the Primeape, which is really the only Pokemon on my team capable of doing so. I guess Scyther can as well, but again, because of the speed tier, Dodrio is a better option for that. And then it also is immune to Rage Fist. So I was worried about beat up Rage Fist, but because Dodrio is normal type, that won't work. And so that means that, I can't get one shot by Rage Fist, which most of the Pokemon on my team, when I was doing the calcs, most of them will die in one hit to beat up Rage Fist. So I didn't want to have to worry about that. I wanted to be able to just, with Dodrio, I can solve that matchup. And because of its speed tier, it can be basically just as good of a Tailwind setter as Aerodactyl, if you think about it, because it's faster than everything. It can set Tailwind and do like whatever Aerodactyl was going to do, Dodrio can do it, just because it's uniquely positioned in this match to be so fast.
Except Taunt.
Dodrio can learn Taunt, so...
Oh, it can?
Yeah. I actually did have Taunt on Dodrio, I believe.
Except Threaten Wide Guard.
It can't threaten Wide Guard. That is true. And so then, everything else isn't too much. I mean, I did have Terra Normal on the Hypno. That was for that Rage Fist. In case I decided I wanted to do some Trick Room kind of shenanigans. I wanted to make sure I couldn't get insta-killed. I didn't go for that. I have been bringing Hypno and Golem pretty much every time, just in case I want to do some Trick Room stuff, or I need to counter an opposing Trick Room. I didn't think he would bring it, but I didn't want to be caught without those Pokemon in case he did. But really my plan is just to play around Tauros, Dodrio, and then I can do some Aerodactyl supporting Venusaur. Venusaur matches really well into his team for the most part. I also, last time I crushed him super, super bad using Aerodactyl Venusaur with Sunny Day. I just Sunny Day turn 1 and then Venusaur goes burr. But, so I was anticipating him, anticipating that. I know he didn't want to lose to that again. And so I'm he's going to think that that's what I'm doing. So I want to make sure I show these Pokemon. And then, get him with something else. So, yeah. Do you want to talk about your thoughts on Noah's brings?
It's kind of the usual stuff, except he's Ghost on Ninetales. Was he Ghost last time on Ninetales? I feel like we talked about this and I thought that was it was because he was Ghost against fucking James, right?
Yeah, he was
I thought that was a bad idea. Yeah. So it looks like maybe he hasn't really changed his team since then.
Yeah, I think that he did. I don't know how much he did. I think the Fire Mew is different.
Was he flying Primeape?
Yeah, I think he has been that
Okay.
in the
That's
past.
also an interesting one to me.
I mean, he likes Terra Flying in general, because he likes to use Earthquake on Doug Trio, so
Oh
he puts
yeah.
Terra Flying on like random Pokemon to help
Yep.
support that.
Yeah, and he goes like Primeape Doug Trio a lot. So
Yeah,
makes sense.
yeah. Okay, well, let's just see how it goes. So, turn one, he goes for Mew and Pikachu. This was really interesting. I think, again, this is like specifically to counter what he thought I was going to lead. He wants to like fake out my Aerodactyl or whatever, and then use Mew with like Terrafire to mess with. Um,
Or even just Psychic.
yeah,
He does a lot of burning jealousy in this match, which is very, very interesting.
yeah. I think he just loves spread moves a lot.
Yeah.
But I didn't lead with what he expected, so yeah. He does still go for the fake out, which like makes a lot of sense. It's probably the best thing to do. I just straight up missed this drill run. That's a 95% accuracy
Yeah, I
move, I'm
remember
pretty
saying
sure.
that.
So that was pretty lucky for him. I was worried when I missed. I mean, not really. I wasn't sure what he was going to do. But yeah, that was a little bit upsetting that I missed. The turn two, I was pretty sure that this Pikachu didn't have Sash. Because last time he ran it, he did Light Orb. Or I'm pretty sure he did based on how much damage he was doing. So I felt pretty confident I could just get rid of this Pikachu, and I was right about that. So yeah, because Dodrio is faster, I just take it out immediately. This static paralyzes me, so that really sucks. And then I just go for Raging Bull just to get some chip onto Mew. I don't want Mew to be able to... Like, I know he has Imprisoned Transform, so I can't just, like, ignore it. I want to start whittling it down, because as long as he's Imprisoned Transformed, I'm in some trouble. But he doesn't go for it. He just goes for Burning Jealousy, which really doesn't do very much. And
Also, I gotta say, real quick, Gomez not as good a name as Esteban. I was a little disappointed by that one.
Well,
Personally.
I mean, I don't know. I do still like Gomez, but it's,
It just makes me think of the Adams family.
I don't know the Addams family, so I don't know about that.
What? Gomez and Morticia
Oh, is that the...
and Wednesday, cousin it?
Oh, yeah. I know that.
Yeah.
I like it. But, yeah, so now I'm like... He brings out Ninetales. He took a bunch of damage on Mew. He hasn't done that much damage to me, but I am paralyzed, and Tauros doesn't have the best of matchups into Ninetales, but I was running Terra Steel, and I was running Iron Head, so I can kind of flip that matchup around.
Yeah.
I specifically thinking about this, so I go for the Terra Steel. He does do Transform, so he does get this Imprisoned Transform, and then I'm not able to do what I want. That's fine, though, because I actually go for Acrobatics into the Mew. I was worried about the Transform, but also, like, I'm not going to say, I was predicting Transform. I just picked my highest damage move and attacked Mew because I know that this Imprisoned Transform is a big problem for me. I need to get rid of it as soon as possible. I do think it might not have killed if he didn't transform, just because of the Aurora Veil is up. But I'm not 100% there. But I think that was my best move regardless. And so, yeah, this Imprisoned Transform, it does stop me for one turn, but immediately following that turn, I am chilling once again. Don't need to worry about it too much.
It was a no-win situation for him at that point.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, Ninetales just would have died.
Yeah, exactly. So now Blastoise comes out last, and I'm still sitting pretty happy with 60% and 75% on my leads. He does go for another fake out with the Blastoise, and an Icy Wind, which finishes off my Dodrio. But this isn't going to do anything to stop the Iron Head from just killing Ninetales right away. So I do get that. That's just way too powerful a move with Terra Steel 4 times weakness. And then now I just bring out Venusaur. It's my best matchup into Blastoise. I was pretty sure he's going to Terra Electric here. So I forgot if I predicted it. I Raging Bull just to get rid of the Aurora Veil, but also because of the Terra Electric, it does decent damage. He goes for a Yawn. And then I did Giga Drain. I guess I didn't predict the Terra, which I probably could have, but I figured, it doesn't matter that much. It's like 3v1 at this point. I just swapped to avoid the yawn. No reason to take that yawn for no reason. And then I go for a close combat. I mean, it's over regardless, but yeah, I reveal that my last Pokemon is Aerodactyl and that it's named Wide Guard, which is kind of funny.
Yeah.
So, I actually don't have Wide Guard on the Pokemon.
Yeah.
Yeah, so. Okay. Yeah, but pretty clean game one. I think I definitely caught him off guard with my leads, and his plan didn't quite come through. And he didn't bring the Pokemon I was most scared of in the Primeape Dugtrio combination.
But he does next game.
Next game he does adjust, which, like, credit to him, he is, I think, one of the players in the league that's better at making adjustments as needed. So he goes for the Mew. He goes for Blastoise this time, which gives the same fake out pressure, but Blastoise isn't in threat like Pikachu is of getting one shot, and this is generally better, I think. I don't actually think there's much reason to have Pikachu. I think he brought it specifically because he wanted to deal with Aerodactyl and maybe it helps with Tauros, but it just dies in one hit, so it's like, it's not amazing. But yeah, he has this fake out pressure. He switches to Dugtrio immediately out of the Mew. I go for a Terra Steel. That was because I was worried about a Psychic from Mew, so I needed a Terra Steel. And then I actually went for a Taunt into the Mew slot as well. So I was really expecting the Transform Imprison play. And that Taunt would have prevented him from doing it. But it goes into Dugtrio, so it doesn't really end up doing anything. And then with the Terra Steel, I go for an Iron Head into the Dugtrio slot, which again I thought was going to be Mew. I was restricting the Mew a lot. I basically used this whole turn just to try to make sure Mew doesn't get Imprisoned Transform, because I just feel like if I let it get away with that, it's just too painful, like, for me, And I thought I could ignore Blastoise, but Blastoise actually does something that's, oh no, it doesn't, not on this turn. It goes for Yawn. But I'm pretty happy to just switch out. I don't feel like I'm under all that much pressure. So I do just switch out into Venusaur. It's a good, like, matchup. The Rock Slide does big damage to me from Dugtrio, but I go for the Drill Run and finish off Dugtrio. It is dropping my speed. That Tangling Hair is actually pretty annoying, the way it, like, does these speed drops. But
it's a good ability.
Yeah, it is.
The fact that it happens every single time.
Yeah. It's like just passive speed control is very, very nice. But he does something I didn't expect. He goes for Shell Smash here, which I definitely didn't expect since he's running Yawn. It's like not usually, you don't see like a defensive move like that paired with the Shell Smash, which is a very offensive choice. But he goes for Shell Smash, and so now I'm feeling a little bit in danger, because if he's running Ice Beam, which I kind of anticipated that he would be, as it turns out he was not. But I anticipated he was running Ice Beam, and like he could KO either Pokemon, and then Mew could also KO like either Pokemon. So I'm a little spooked at the moment. But he does just go for Muddy Water, so it's not as bad. And then he goes for Burning Jealousy, and Venusaur just kind of tanks that up, which is very nice, very strong from Venusaur. I anticipated
I don't understand why he goes for Burning Jealousy and not just Psychic on Azalea there.
Yeah, he would kill me for sure if he did that.
That would have been such a good turn for him.
Yeah, and he could have just KO'd both right away. But he doesn't do it. I'm not sure. Maybe he forgot that I'm Psychic, or that I'm Poison type, or forgot the typing matchup or something. Maybe he was worried.
Maybe he just didn't have Psychic on Mew?
He might.
He's Burning Jealousy, Imprison, Transform, and something else, presumably.
Yeah, so it might be Protect, or it might be Psychic. He might just not have Psychic, yeah. I mean, it could be he's also worried about missing a Muddy Water onto Dodrio, so this like covers for that a little bit. Maybe he's thinking that the Burning Jealousy would be enough damage. But yeah, I anticipated his Terra. I was like, okay, he's definitely going to Terra Electric this time. And so I went for the Earth Power to try to catch him off guard, which I think like would have killed, or it would have been close because of the special defense drop. But he didn't do it. He did not do it. I mean, I guess it wouldn't have, because it would have done double what it did.
I wonder if I mean, did he know that you had Earth power? Maybe he was
Well,
like predicting it. I don't know.
he did not know I had Earth power. I had not shown it yet. And so he probably would have anticipated a Giga Drain. Like, funnily enough, if I Giga Drain him, I probably kill him outright and heal to full. But
Yeah.
I guess I don't know. I guess he didn't. He probably thought he was killing both Pokemon this turn. Like, he probably didn't anticipate Venusaur surviving, and that's why he didn't Terra. Which, like, fair enough. But I mean, yeah,
But a non-stab burning jealousy, I don't know why I would think that would just do it.
yeah. I don't know. Overestimating his damage. So I bring out
Well,
Aerodactyl here.
base power.
This is where, again, it's like very weird. Like, why do you go for Yawn? You have Shell. Like, I feel like if he just Muddy Waters, he just takes, like, he puts me to Sash and takes a KO. But he goes for Yawn onto Aerodactyl. I mean, he's, like, worried about Aerodactyl. I get the Tailwind off, which is going to let me go first. Or it doesn't even let me go first. Like, he could have just killed me
Yeah.
with Blastoise. Like, straight up just murdered me. But instead, he lets me live, and I get to just heal myself to full, basically. Or, not the full. I heal myself up significantly and kill Blastoise in one hit. Not in one hit.
Oh,
but
he had Pollen Puff, so he did not have
he
Psychic.
did not have Psychic. Okay, so he's trying to Pollen Puff heal himself, which, like, could have been good, but...
Yeah, if he had gone for Muddy Water.
If he had gone for Muddy Water. Yeah, if he had gone for Muddy Water, he would have healed Blastoise, and I think he wins this game, to be totally honest. I feel like then he just kills... He kills Venusaur. He gets me to Sash, and then I bring out I have Tauros as my last. But Tauros has to deal with both Blastoise and Primeape and Mew with only the support of a Tailwind and a Sashed Aerodactyl. So Aerodactyl can get, like, maybe a Rock Slide, and I'm, like, relying on Rock Slide flinches to win me the game at this point. Because he really caught me off guard with that Shell Smash. I was not ready for that. And it should have
Like, you're
been
right
enough
that,
to
that
win
Shell
the game.
Smash it doesn't pair well with Yawn, like you said. Because the Shell Smash, the entire point is to turn you into this, like, glass cannon type. Because
Yes.
it lowers your defenses.
Yeah.
And raises your speed and your offenses. So the only way that you capitalize on that is to, like, sweep. So Yawn is just this very, like, slow moving kind of passive strategy that only works if you're tanky.
Yeah, and so I think he kind of threw a little bit here. Like, I think that Shell Smash should have been... It should have surprised... Like, it surprised me enough that I think it should have been sufficient to win him the game. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. But he just kind of fumbled it a little bit, in my opinion. So then I go for dual Wing Beat into Primeape. This is where, like, I'm respecting Primeape, which is why I'm running dual Wing Beat. I decided to run it instead of Wide Guard, specifically because I was worried about Primeape, and it still doesn't kill. This is what I mean. This is why I'm like, I need the
Primeape good.
Yeah, and I needed the Dodrio for this reason.
Yeah.
Like, he's not getting one shot here by Aerodactyl. And I think I doubled the No, I did not double the Primeape.
No.
I just went for a casual Sludge Bomb into Mew. It's just my strongest move. But yeah, the accuracy debuff from the freaking Muddy Water. I mean, I've had some bad luck in the series because I also missed the drill run at 95%. But he just goes for Burning Jealousy, and it's honestly super underwhelming. It's super effective into Venusaur.
And here's the thing about Burning Jealousy. It's a very niche move. I just looked it up. Basically, it burns opponents that had a stat boost during the turn that it's used.
Yes.
So it's really terrible against you. You don't have any, like, stat boosting moves.
No, I don't. I never run that.
So that's, yeah.
I thought about running, like, I don't even have an option. I don't even think I have a Pokemon that has it. Like, Calm Mind on Hypno is, like, the best.
I don't think that's why you chose it. I think you chose it because, like, fire type spread move. That'll, catch him off guard. But he'd be better off just running Psychic, because the only thing fire type is good against it on your team is Venusaur, and Psychic is better. It has stab and is more powerful.
Yeah, for sure. I think that, also, yeah, I don't know. But I think I'm in a bit of a tricky spot here. I have 3 turns of Tailwind, which is really good, and I can finish off Primeape for sure. But Aerodactyl is asleep, and Venusaur is nearly dead. And I'm not 100% on whether Aerodactyl's going to beat Mew in the 1v1. If he gets a Prison Transform off before this game is over onto Aerodactyl, then he'll win the game. So I need to like deal with this Mew pretty quickly, but I also need to a little bit dangerous. But let's see what happens. He goes for Protect onto Primeape, which I think is a smart call. I did go for the Giga Drain to try to finish off that slot, so this bought him a turn, but he goes for the Burning Jealousy again. Oh, wait, I still had Tauros in the back. I forgot I still had Tauros in the back. And I think I still have my Terra as well. Okay, yeah, I used Terra. I have Terra Steel Tauros in the back. So this is where it's like a little bit dicey because... But luckily I still have one more turn of Tailwind, so I can just finish off the Primeape. Primeape could have Drain Punched me if I didn't have this one turn of Tailwind. So yeah, I think I made the right call focusing this Primeape as like my main threat because Mew...
Maybe if he double protected, but...
Yeah, if he double protected, it could have been.
But
Tauros is faster
than Tauros.
No, it's not. It's not. So I guess it doesn't matter. But point is like this Primeape has to go because it's I should be able to beat Mew with these two. I think. Just 2v1 basically. And yeah, Burning Jealousy, it's good into the Terra Steel. I guess.
Terra Steel Tauros, but I don't think that's why he chose it.
Yeah, and so now I have Cudchew, and so I can just protect and like basically get an extra turn, which I think is what I go for. Yeah, I want to heal myself up, give myself a chance to wake up. I go for the taunt because I think Imprison Transform is like basically the way that he wins, and he did in fact go for Transform. So
see, why didn't he go for Imprison though?
I'm not 100% on that. He goes for Terrifier.
Maybe he goes for Transform because he just wants to transform, like be Tauros.
He wants to beat Tauros so he can use fighting moves into my Terra Steel, I guess. But the problem is he already has like a good move with the Burning Jealousy.
It would be better against Aerodactyl than Burning Jealousy because you're never gonna like whittle.
Yeah, he can use a water move onto it, but Aerodactyl will just. Dual wing beat you and you'll die, so I don't know.
Well, he's Terrifier. Does he retain that when he transforms?
I have no idea, but I just Raging Bull him and he dies with the Terrifier. And that's the end of the game.
That's it.
Yeah. So game 2 is a little bit spicier with the Shell Smash, but
yeah, the Shell Smash. I think he had the tools he needed to win. He just didn't use them effectively, and I think just like some poor choices on moves on specifically Mew and Blastoise. Like the Shell Smash is great, but Yawn does not go with that.
Yeah, and the Mew set with the Burning Jealousy.
Burning Jealousy and Pollen Puff. Like I kind of get Pollen Puff more than Burning Jealousy, but still, I mean, you just need Psychic.
Yeah.
Stab is just so valuable, and I feel like some of the people in this league haven't realized that.
Yeah, it's just so much free power,
Yeah.
Like 50% more power. All right. We'll talk about your series. Do you want to start with your brings, or I can talk about Greenlee's because I helped her a lot with this team?
Yeah. I knew she had the whole Executor Trick Room thing going on, and so I brought Mr. Mime to kind of try to prevent that or get around it, and I have Vileplume as well, Vileplume and Rhydon, just because those are my Trick Room Pokemon, so if she sets it, then it's not so bad for me. It was my thinking. That didn't totally pan out in game 1, but yeah. And then just my usual thing with the Gyarados, Arcanine, Articuno. I went Terra Water on Gyarados. I think that makes sense because it's pretty good defensively against her team, except for I guess Executor. But like Gyarados answers Executor pretty well with Crunch anyway. And then I have like my Terrifier Articuno worked really well last time, and I went Dragon on Arcanine because I wasn't going to go Terra Grass against her. So, yeah, and Dragon, Vileplume, just like before. I went Terra Dark on Rhydon. I think that was mainly for Mewtwo and also for Executor, because Executor is like the biggest threat to Rhydon, and so if I go Terra Dark, then I'm not weak to Grass anymore, and I can, offensively, I can use... I think I had Crunch on Rhydon. I'm not sure. I don't remember.
I mean, yeah, that would make sense with the Terra Dark.
I also put safety goggles on Arcanine, but she knocked them right off.
Yeah. Yeah, that was we kind of thought that safety goggles would be on Arcanine. I mean, we were thinking it's either Arcanine or Gyarados for the safety goggles, and I'm like, once you figure it out, then you can start using knockoff, and
I tried my best to like keep her from figuring it out as long as I could, though.
Yeah.
But,
I mean, that makes sense. I think so. I'll talk about like. First, I mean, Greenlee's team doesn't vary that much in terms of brings, just in general, because, there's not that too many options that are good. I think, like, she's got some obvious really strong Pokemon and then some supporters. So the Vulpix has to come with the Charizard, of course. It's just too threatening of an option. It's not too bad into you overall. Like, we saw it do okay in the previous matchup. It can one-shot the things like Articuno and Mr. Mime. So, if you're leaning into those. And then the Terra Ghost also helps with the Mime, so you can't get faked out, and basically you can one-shot the Mime and stop the Trick Room mode from going up.
Yeah, I saw Terra Ghost on Charizard, and I immediately said, like, oh yeah, she doesn't want to get faked out again. Like, that's what happened last game.
Yeah. And then Terra Fairy on Mewtwo is just kind of the best. Like, there's not... I mean, you have to bring Mewtwo, you bring Terra Fairy. I was like, he might go for the Iron Head kind of predict play again, but you could think about it.
I
can
actually
be like
didn't
a 50-50.
Do that this time. I forgot about that completely.
Yeah. I don't remember it coming up. We actually switched the Terra type of Executor from Steel to Water.
Yeah.
The reason being, I mean, Steel is good, but the problem is it's like we were worried about Arcanine just threatening a Flare Blitz one shot. If you're Terra Steel, then you're just getting one shot by Arcanine either way, and so like you can't really rely on Steel. We went with Water. Similarly, Rhydon was a little bit of a concern, like in the Trick Room. Rhydon's actually slower than Executor, although we had a solution for that, which I don't know if you noticed. I don't think it really mattered that much, but we did have a solution for that because we were actually running the Room Service Executor, which drops its speed underneath Rhydon, which allows it to... Yeah, Room Service.
Is that an ability?
No, it's an item. It's an item that drops your speed by one stage whenever Trick Room is on the field.
Oh, I did not know that existed.
And you didn't notice it in the match. I guess, I don't know if you didn't think about the Executor Rhydon matchup. But yeah, Rhydon can beat Executor pretty hard, like even Terra Steel Executor. But the Room Service lets us beat Rhydon, basically, by going before it.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it is. It's quite cool. I like it.
Also, I've been thinking about it. Did you go min speed on Mewtwo to work in Trick Room against Articuno?
Yeah, so actually I think that's the biggest mistake that we made.
That was a huge mistake.
Yeah. Not putting the speed onto Mewtwo because
if Mewtwo were just normal speed, she would have won.
She would have won, yeah, 100%. Yeah. We went, okay, we'll watch carefully because we went max HP and we didn't go minimum speed. We went like normal, we didn't put any points in speed either way. Yeah.
I feel like no points in speed she would still be faster than Articuno because I was looking and comparing it.
Yeah, I thought so too. I thought so too, but it wasn't. So I was like, he must be max. I thought you were max speed Articuno or something.
I was max speed Articuno, but
okay,
still
so then
max
that's why
speed
you're
Articuno should still be slower than regular speed Mewtwo.
Yeah, I don't think we were min speed on Mewtwo. Maybe we were min speed on Mewtwo, but yeah, that was the biggest mistake. I think Greenlee would have won with just a regular Mewtwo set because, like, realistically, Mewtwo shouldn't be coming out in Trick Room anyway. Mewtwo should be coming out after the Trick Room is over, like near the end of the match to clean up. And so, like, yeah, it was a dumb decision, and I'm the one that told her to do that, and so I do kind of feel really bad. Like, I take some responsibility for the loss because she played really well, but the team that I helped her build didn't have some of the tools that it needed. Basically, that min speed Mewtwo is a problem. I mean, it is max HP, so you did get some bulk to make up for it. But I think there was a time where the Mewtwo just gets one shot anyway, and so it's like, oh well, then I guess the bulk was a waste. So there were we'll look carefully, because there are times where Mewtwo also survived with like 10% HP, and it's like, okay, maybe, but I think overall, yeah, it would have been better to just be fast.
All right, let's get into it.
Yeah, okay. Oh, but the Terra Water ended up being bad for Executor because of Freeze Dry. We were worried about Freeze Dry, but I was like, he might not run Freeze Dry because he's thinking like Tailwind, Blizzard, Snowstorm, Protect. But I guess you didn't have one of those.
I don't run Protect. I always have Freeze Dry because Blizzard, I don't want to have that be my only attacking move because it relies on Snow. So I always have to have Freeze Dry as an option.
So just no Protect.
And so it just worked out. I wasn't predicting Terra Water Executor, but it worked out pretty well.
Yeah. So the Executor comes with Muck, which we decided that was one of our best leads. Like, Muck is just... We're like, Executor can't die in one hit anyway, so we don't actually need Rage Powder support. Executor will just live and get the Trick Room off, and then Muck can do Muck things, which is better than... just generally stronger, more threatening than Parasect. So you go for a Rock Slide, misses. And then the Freeze Dry, it does do... But he might have died, actually, if you didn't miss the Rock Slide. So she identifies the safety goggles.
Terra Water, so... Oh, yeah, she does identify the safety goggles.
Immediately.
Yeah,
with the forgot about that. And then the Trick Room comes out, and you can see that speed drop, so I guess you didn't notice it.
Yeah, I didn't notice that at all.
But Psychic goes into Arcanine to try to finish that off. Knockoff misses. That's a really unfortunate miss, by the way, because that's just Bright Powder. That's not Snow Cloak. That's just Bright Powder on 100%. That's like a 10% miss.
Lot. It happens more than you'd think. The Bright Powder just like popping off.
Yeah, and that basically. I mean, you would die either way in this slot, but man, it would have been nice to knock off that Bright Powder for sure. So now the Crab comes out, and now we're in exactly where we want to be, Spore mode. Mm-hmm. So the Spore, I think she messes up by not just killing Arcanine here, though. By the way, like, I don't know why.
I haven't even noticed that Knockoff got rid of my safety goggles, so I just still thought that I had them. Just pretty dumb.
Yeah. But what do you go for? You're just going for a Rock Slide. It is a pretty good Rock Slide. But Muck is still
I knew I wasn't gonna kill. I knew Parasect probably had Sash, so I was just gonna get the spread damage.
You protect the Spore. I guess you're just delaying the Trick Room. The Brick Break goes into Arcanine. That makes sense, honestly, because Articuno's asleep, just to double up Arcanine. You get the Extreme Speed, finishing off Parasect, and then the Brick Break does finish off Arcanine. But now Articuno's back up. No more Trick Room. Snowscape comes out. And this is where the Mewtwo speed difference is game losing. Because Mewtwo comes out and it should be faster than everything. And it's just not. The Fake Out goes into the Muck. And then the Mewtwo does get the Thunderbolt. Okay, so Mewtwo is faster than Articuno.
I Terrastalized to not die to the Thunderbolt. So how does Game 3 happen if Mewtwo is faster?
I think it's probably Tail.
Are they the same speed? Are they speed tying?
I don't know. We'll see. So the Tailwind comes out. That makes you now faster, so now you can actually beat the Mew in speed. So the Blizzard, it does good damage to both. Ice Beam, but Mew is Giga Tanky. See, the HP I think matters here, though.
It did matter.
I don't know if Mew is surviving that without the HP. So, it honestly, Game 1 might have been won by the HP, so I'm not feeling quite as bad. The Thunderbolt kills Articuno, but Muck is such a good matchup into Mime. This knockoff does big damage, gets rid of the Eviolite, so now it's kind of weaker. And now it's just a 2v1. Mime can't take 2 KOs before it dies. Vileplume's still here. I forgot about Vileplume. But the Protect, this is such a good Protect, actually. Yeah, this is such a good Protect because it keeps this Mew alive and allows Muck to basically finish the Mime.
It's tough because I bring Vileplume as a potential answer to Trick Room, but it doesn't come out until long after the Trick Room is gone. Which maybe that's just bad play on my part, but
yeah. And now it is 2v1 versus Vileplume, and the Psy Strike will just get it to Sash. Oh man. No, I think the HP 100% matters on this Mew. I don't think this Mew lives nearly that long enough to win this game.
Because the Life Orb would have just killed it too.
Yeah. Yeah. So
And then I might have. Well, the Giga Drain was never going to kill Muck, but probably should have just done Weather Ball anyway. But whatever.
Yeah, that was okay. I don't feel as bad about HP Mewtwo. Obviously, in the subsequent games, it seems like a game losing choice, but I think it won this first game. So
They have to just be the same speed. That's the only explanation for this.
they happen to be the exact same speed with no investment.
Like, that's nuts.
That's kind of crazy. All right, well, let's see. So game 2, Arcanine comes out with Mime this time. But Greenleaf went for... I told her, I was like, if you win game 1, just flip the script and go for this Charizard Vulpix. Because you can, if you catch him off guard and just take big KOs with this duo, then like you could just sweep the game 2, and then before he even got a chance to really adjust to your Trick Room strat, you'll win.
At this point, I'm pretty proud of this turn 1 because I really go brain mode on this. I know that she's Terra Ghost and she's gonna go Terra Ghost to get rid to avoid the fake out.
Yeah.
And I know that she also has Scorching Sands, so I go I think I go Terra Dragon and Arcanine here and fake out onto Ninetales or something.
The Terra Ghost has to come out for the fake out. You go with the Terra Dragon. The Helping Hand goes into Ninetales.
But this sucks because the fake out doesn't stop Helping Hand, so it's not that good actually.
Yeah, fake out does go into Ninetales, but it doesn't stop. It actually triggers the eject button, letting her pivot the Ninetales away. I don't know if Helping Hand still works in that condition, but you do have Flash Fire. I was surprised you were running Flash Fire on Arcanine.
I was proud of that specifically. I was thinking about it because I didn't really need to intimidate that much, and I figured if she's going for the Charizard Heat Waves and stuff, just having that option is going to be really good for me, and then I can boost my fire type damage, and that does end up helping me a lot in this game.
Yeah, so the Mime goes down,
but Mime goes down in a
right away. So I don't think this is the worst of turns. Oh my god! But the Flare Blitz because of the Flash Fire
into Charizard. That was the thing I'd forgotten. That was the reason I was proud of that turn because I knew she was going to go Terra Ghost, and so I targeted Charizard with Flare Blitz.
Yeah, I mean it's smart, and she does have to. I feel like she still has to do that, to be honest. So I don't think she messed up, but yeah.
Yeah, well, she had to go Terra Ghost in front of Mr. Mime. I knew she had to. There was no way she wasn't going to do that. So it was a safe bet.
So this is where the low speed Mewtwo gets beat real bad because this Arcanine, I'm pretty sure just one shots it before it gets to do anything is what happens here. So no berries, but the Flare Blitz. Flare Blitz is just faster than Mew, and it's
because
just over.
Flash Fire, Flare Blitz in the sun. Of course, that's going to one shot Mewtwo. It's 1.5 times power, and then plus the sun boost.
Yeah, and so, but it's mostly the speed thing that's allowing this to play out the way it does. Yeah. And I think if she recognized that the Mewtwo was under that much threat, she could have not gone to Mewtwo. She could use Vulpix and tried to knock off with Muck, but yeah, this Arcanine is basically just Giga mode right now. It's really hard to deal with, and there wasn't a terastallization or something that would save her. But if she,
I'm taking big chips.
You're killing yourself because of the. I don't know. Yeah, it's interesting. I thought you'd be Rockhead this matchup, honestly, but I think the Flash Fire is doing a lot for you. It does kind of kill you.
Rockhead because any amount of Rock Slide, if it touches Charizard, it just dies anyway. So Rockhead's not necessary.
Yeah, I was thinking of it as more of a way to stop Executor.
Just recoil and stuff. Yeah.
But yeah, now it's Gyarados versus it's just Vulpix and Muck, and it's kind of just too hard to deal with Gyarados, Articuno with just these two. I mean, you're gonna set the snow, go for the waterfall into the Vulpix, so Vulpix doesn't even get a burn off onto Gyarados or anything like that.
Yeah, you got to take out the Vulpix when you can.
Yeah. Funnily enough, I wonder if without the Flash Fire, if that Flare Blitz still picks up all those KOs. Because it might not
I don't
have.
know.
I'm not sure. It's interesting. I thought Flashfire gave you only a special defense boost. Or special attack.
No. It just boosts the power of fire type moves.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So, I was thinking she would go for, like, Overheat into Mime, and, like, I feel like maybe if she did that, or Weather Ball or something, it might have changed the way the game played out. I don't know,
Yeah, but
though.
it made sense to go Heat Wave. If you didn't know I had Flashfire, it makes perfect sense to just click Heat Wave, because then you just get damage, and that just kills Mime anyway.
Yeah. Now, Muck is going to sit here and try to use some knockoffs, but it's just not going to be enough. It's a good protect to, like... It doesn't really do anything,
Wait out
though.
the snow and the tailwind.
Yeah, but you're slower either way, and the snow's never going to run out before the game's over, so...
Yeah.
That's just a GG. Yeah, it's just like... Arcanine just one-shot both of her important Pokemon. Basically. Yeah. Like, and that's just too much to come back from. Arcanine did fucking so much work.
Very, very glad I did Flashfire there.
Yeah. All right.
Plus, like, even outside of the attack boost, it's just good to be immune to fire.
Fire, yeah, it is. Against so much overwhelming fire damage from Charizard, yeah.
Yeah. Even though I already double resist it, it's still just good.
Yeah. Alright, game 3, Greenlee's going back to her Trick Room mode. You're leading the same lead, since you just won with it. It makes sense.
Yeah, plus I figured she'd change up anyway, and I think Arcanine Mr. Mime is always a good lead against Executor.
Yeah. She goes for the Terra Water with a Protect, I guess she's worried about Fake Out. And she's correct. It does protect from the Fake Out. The Rock Slide does some chip, but it's not a lot. And then Muck one-shots the Mime.
I was pretty ashamed of that. I didn't even think about knockoff into Mime. I didn't respect the knockoff nearly enough in this whole series.
Yeah, the knockoff goes hard. This is interesting because... I think she didn't need to Terra Water if she was going to protect. Not that it matters, but, like, it does just give away information for no reason, you know? Like, it's never good to both click Protect and Terrastalize on the same turn.
Yeah.
It's a very small thing, but, like, it might change the way you think about this turn, too, you know?
Because a defensive Terra is just, like, how you, like, get an attack in for free, or, like, a move, or whatever.
Yeah.
You don't just do that, like, to set it up.
Yeah. Because now I think, like, I don't know if she can kill this, or you can kill this Executor here. But yeah, Executor comes out, or not comes out, what am I saying? Articuno comes out into Executor, the Executor Muck lead. You go for a Rock Slide just for some chip damage. Muck eats the berry.
Because I can't kill Executor in time to get rid of Trick Room.
Yeah, so this is where, like, this is why I thought you would have Rockhead, because if you had the Head Smash, then you're killing Executor 100% here. Yeah, that's what we were worried about. We were actually worried about a Gyarados Arcanine lead, and we're like, if he Head Smashes and crunches, then you'll die. But we did put maximum defense into...
Well, I was fully expecting, like, Executor Parasect lead, and that never actually happened.
Yeah, no, it did not. Well, yeah, we just determined from our practice that Muck is... Like, Parasect is not... We were like, Parasect's not needed to protect the...
Executor.
Yeah, Executor. So, yeah. And Muck is a little more threatening. Big flinch, honestly. Because, I mean, I think... Yeah, I don't know how much that matters, but it could matter. But yeah, Executor dropping the speed... Gets the Trick Room off. Very, very low, though. So it's only going to be able to get one. So it doesn't even get a move because of the extreme speed from Arcanine. Arcanine carries you so fucking hard in this series. The more I think about it, it's crazy. It does so much.
Yeah, that's why I always lead with it.
But now the Trick Room's up.
Pokemon against your team.
The safety goggles are knocked off, and now we have Parasect Muck. So I still don't think it's bad for Greenlee by any means. Like,
no,
Executor has done what it needs to do by setting this Trick Room. and now Muck is protected by Parasect. It is a little bit of a low damage combo, but the Spore goes out into Articuno. The Brick Break goes into Arcanine, it hits the Protect, doesn't do anything, but we still have 2 more turns of Trick Room to play around, and Articuno sleeps for a turn. So the next turn, you go for the Terra Dragon on Arcanine.
Yeah, to survive the Brick Break.
You're trying to survive the Brick Break. You do get Spored, so you're just asleep, and then the Brick Break, it does let you survive.
I wake up here.
And then you sleep for 1 more turn. I think Greenlee is maybe messing up by ignoring Articuno so much. Like, I don't know, personally. Like, I don't know. We'll see. But, because, like, I understand Arcanine has been a problem, but since... Oh, you woke up immediately on Arcanine the next turn.
Yeah, that's what it was.
That's crazy. And then you get the Protect because of that.
Protect.
But that burns another turn. Oh my god, did you waste a whole nother turn of Trick Room, and then you wake up on Articuno and get the Tailwind right as the Trick Room ends.
It's about to end, yeah.
Which is insane. Oh my god, that's an insane wake up.
Yeah.
But that's why I think she should have, like, just slept Arcanine immediately and then gone for, like, bullying this Articuno a little bit more with the, because, like, I don't know. I think Articuno's, like, you can't ignore it. It just does too much. So it goes for Rage Powder, which is also, like... It doesn't matter because I think she's dying either way. But it is definitely a mistake to go for Rage Powder into these double spread moves. But Muck finally the knockoff will kill Arcanine.
It kept pissing me off.
Yeah, Muck is still alive. And this is where the game is coming near the end. We have Gyarados with the Tailwind, still 2 turns of Tailwind, but it's Muck and Mew. Now, Mew threatens, like, insane damage onto both Pokemon with Thunderbolt.
Yeah. And
you don't have Terastallization to protect yourself. So, but what happens is... Oh, shoot. Sorry. I have a kitten stepping on my keyboard. Okay. I don't...
You went to skip back last turn. Yeah.
Yeah, so she goes for Protect... On Muck, you go for Freeze Dry into Mew.
Yeah, I'm going for, like,
and then you go for Crunch into Mew.
Big damage, very important damage. Thank God for Tailwind that I was able to get that damage in.
Yeah, that you were able to get that damage in. And then the Thunderbolt goes into Gyarados, taking it out in 1 hit. Again, no Terastallization to protect you there. And then the next turn...
And thank God for Life Orb, too.
There's 1 more turn of Tailwind. She can Protect to get past this last turn of Tailwind.
I have to go for Mewtwo.
The Freeze Dry...
Even though I knew she was going to Protect, I still had to go for Mewtwo.
Yeah. Freeze Dry hits the Protect. And then the knockoff misses on the Articuno. Oh my god. Again, that's just a Bright Powder miss. That's not even
It's a Bright Powder miss.
That's just a regular Bright Powder miss. The Tailwind peters out.
Over. And at this point, I'm just praying that Thunderbolt misses because of Bright Powder. But I'm faster.
Yeah, I don't know.
And it has to be a speed tie.
It has to be a speed tie. It has to be. That's crazy. So if we had put even 4 EVs into speed into Mew, we would have been faster. That's the thing is, I was looking at it and I'm like, I think you're faster than, like, most of this team without any points. But we should have actually done the math and realized, like, oh, we need, like, 12 points. And we could have put 12 points into speed and then, like, been guaranteed faster than even max speed Articuno. And I think Gyarados
is... if Thunderbolt would have one-shot me, but still, that's like...
I don't think it would have.
If it hadn't, then I still would have won because she protected with Muck.
Yeah, but she shouldn't have done.
So maybe it's not like... But yeah, if she hadn't been slower or hadn't speed tied or whatever, then... And if she hadn't protected Muck, then I might have lost there.
Because isn't Gyarados also 85 speed? Lost. Oh, Gyarados is 81 speed. Okay. Yeah, that's a crazy fact that the speed tie with max speed Articuno, like, you speed tie a 0 speed Mew. I mean, I don't know. Not the kind of thing you prep for unless you go insanely deep in your prep. You know? But that is the end of the game. Yeah, crazy game. That's crazy because I think if we just put 4 EVs into speed to guarantee she's faster than Articuno. I don't know if it wins the game because, like, honestly, it's like one Thunderbolt and a knockoff probably doesn't kill Articuno, and then I think you just pick up the KO on the next turn. To be fair, I think that is genuinely probably what happens.
But it's like I'm looking at Showdown right now, and I'm a little baffled because I just like randomly made up a little like comparison. Articuno at max speed is 295, and Mewtwo at no speed investment whatsoever is 296.
Well, at level 50, it's different. The calculations are different.
Oh, it's different at level 50?
Yeah, so if you... I might have revealed my teams, but... but yeah, if you do Articuno...
I didn't see it. I was looking at the other monitor, so it's cool.
Just don't watch the video.
Yeah, totally.
If you do max speed at level 50, you hit 150. Let's see, Mewtwo at level 50 with no speed. 150.
150. So they are speed tying. That's insane.
That is insane. I mean, again, I really don't know if it makes a difference. And, like, honestly, Mewtwo might have died in Game 1 because literally Mewtwo survived with, like, 2% HP in Game 1. So it needed almost every HP EV that it had. But, yeah, literally, if you just do this, you just do 4 EVs, then
that's crazy. The fact that the speed tying, it's like I won off of a coin flip.
Yeah, kind of. I mean, you also won off of Bright Powder Miss. Like, let's be totally honest. That Bright Powder Miss 2 times? Like, what does Bright Powder give? What is the... It's 10%. So it's a 90%. 90% chance to hit, and she missed twice in the match. That match could have easily gone the other way just for a little bit of RNG. Between the coin flip speed tie and the knockoff missing, like, that match was on a knife's edge, bro. That was crazy.
It really was. Probably the most intense series, the closest series of the league.
Yeah. I mean, that's perfect for finals. Like, you love to see it.
Yeah.
Or semifinals.
That's why I put so much effort into my thumbnail. And I called it like Epic Final Battle or whatever.
I can't believe that speed tying. I honestly didn't even check. Like, I didn't even do the math. I was like, 85 speed? Yeah, you don't need speed investment. You'll be faster. But as it turns out, you're actually just barely not faster. You needed 4 speed EVs, and then maybe you win this game. That's a crazy.
I think it's time to look at the thumbnail that I just sent you.
Okay, we can look at the thumbnail. Oops. How's it showing up on stream? It's not perfect.
It's showing up. Oh, I don't know about stream, but
yeah. This one is for my friends.
I based it off of the last couple turns.
Yeah. That's pretty good. One is for my friends. He's using Protect, get him Mewtwo. Yeah. And then you freeze dry. Going without me, Articuno. Wow.
And that Russian translates to Long Live the Soviet Union.
Oh, wow. Okay, great.
And Charizard and Executor are dead in the background.
I do see that.
And Charizard's tail is just smoke because that's what happens when Charizard dies.
Oh, perfect. Great.
The fire goes out.
Great work. Well, Mewtwo could not carry their friends to victory, unfortunately. So we should move on and talk about our matchup. We're not going to talk about it too long because...
Yeah, because I got to go soon.
You got to go, and honestly, we're not going to... what was I going to say? We're not going to, talk about it too much because, obviously it's us playing each other. So, neither of us wants to give anything away. But yeah, here we have
Congrats to making it to finals.
Oh, congrats to you as well on making it to finals.
Thank you.
I said in my post, I'm like, it's the most boring possible outcome that you and me playing finals. Because I mean, we kind of thought that it would happen, but I'm a little disappointed that it did. And it was close with Greenlee. If it had been me and Greenlee in finals, that would have been pretty epic. And then you could have gone out of the season having never been beaten by me. But now you're gonna have to beat me again. And it's a best of 5. So it's gonna be intense. Like, no matter what, we're playing 3 games, and if anyone loses, like drops a game, we're gonna play 4 games. Man, it's gonna be intense. I hope it goes to 5. It's gonna be crazy. I'm really excited. I could talk a little bit about what I'm gonna do without giving away too much. I really, really want to keep it close to the chest on this one because I care a lot about it.
Yeah,
and
me too.
Like anything I give away.
I'm doing prep though.
Yeah.
Doing a little bit of prep, not as much as I want to because I haven't had a lot of time. But I have done prep. I've made a version of my team. I'm probably going to tweak it.
Yeah,
I've been prepping all sorts of different scenarios.
There's a few things I can say without giving anything away. So I'll say what I can say without giving anything away. Like, first of all, I have been doing a good amount of prep. I've been doing a lot of practice. I'm going to get Greenlee to practice against me. I also think, the pressure is on me to like change things up because you beat me pretty thoroughly last time. I think the matchup is kind of in your favor overall. Like, I think I struggle in that matchup a lot. Double intimidated into my physical attackers is a big problem for me. Just generally, I don't have like a strong water type, which I think is one of the best things against you. I don't have like really good, like, I'm weak to ice on a lot of Pokemon. Like, I have triple Tailwind, but that also means I have triple like ice weaknesses. And then even the water types that I have, like freeze dry, makes it like also sort of a problem,
Yeah.
So I've struggled a lot to figure out in practice. Like, I'm practicing against myself and playing my team and playing your team, and my team is losing like most of the time, even in the practice against myself, because like I'm just picking what I think you would want to pick, and I'm picking what I think is best, and like I'm losing like 70% at least of the time. So I think the matchup's really, really hard. And I did actually build 2. Like, I built a team and I practiced and I basically scrapped the whole team and like started back over from the beginning with a whole new idea. And I still don't know which team I'm going to bring because both of them have their strengths and weaknesses. And basically I have 2 full teams that are pretty different in ideas of what they want to do. Some things obviously are common. I only have so many Pokemon to work with, right? But one thing about me is I've used every Pokemon on my team. I've used all 10 of them at different times for different reasons. And so I could have pretty vastly different teams because of that.
Yeah. That's the one thing that's hard for me is like prepping against different versions of the opponent's team because it's like I already have a lot to think about with my team.
Yeah.
But like thinking of different types of teams you could bring is just I don't know if I have the bandwidth for it. I'm just like practicing against like what I think the most likely
stuff. Yeah, I mean, and that makes sense. I haven't been prepping against more than one version of your team. I've basically just been like, here's what he's bringing. Like, this is like because from my perspective, I feel like you have an obvious best. You have an obvious best set. Like, I don't think. To me, it's pretty obvious that you have a best 6 you can bring, and I don't know if you feel the same way.
I don't quite feel the same way. I have like one Pokemon that I'm like, there's 2 Pokemon that I'm like on the fence about.
It's like
deciding between.
I feel like I can just from the get-go count out. I mean, I could be wrong about this, so I'll just say. But I feel like from the get-go, I can count out Dugong, like 100%. Like, that's not coming. Yeah. And then I'm definitely counting out Seaking. So that's like 2 already that you're never bringing those. So that only brings you down to 8. And then it's just like, are you really bringing Poliwrath? Like, probably not. I mean, maybe. You could do Poliwrath. It would it would surprise me, for sure. But, like, into all my flying Pokemon... and into my like Venusaur being one of my best, it's a little dicey to bring Poliwrath, to be totally honest. And so like, it's not even that like I have Hypno. Like I don't know. There's a lot of things that make Poliwrath a little hard. So pretty much then there's only 7 left, right? And it's like I'm working with that. Like, and so I think I can get pretty close to what I think you probably have. And I have practiced against both, like, versions of, because with 7, there's only 2 options, right? You can leave. Well, no, I guess there's technically 6 options, but I think I know between which 2 you might be deciding. And so, like, I practiced against both of those. But, like, yeah, I don't know. That's all I could. That's about all I could say. But yeah, the practices haven't been going very well. I think the matchup is really hard. I think I have to catch you off guard with some. Like, basically, I think I have to catch you off guard with some wacky thing that you didn't expect, and then like take a game off of that, and then like maybe squeeze out a couple other games. Yeah, but because it's best of 5, it's like. Even the cheese thing that I'm gonna do is like it's not gonna work enough for me to like win a whole series, like a best of 5 series, like because you're gonna adapt. And so I don't know. I just
you have to build a team that is very adaptable, and that's why it's like it's gonna be hard for me to finalize my moves on some of these Pokemon, because I'll be like, okay, this could work here, but then that's like it's only going to work in like a few specific scenarios, and they might not come up, and it like might be better to pick something that's generally safer.
Yeah,
so it's tricky.
It's almost like you're moving away from the draft league mentality of like let me get them with something crazy, and moving back towards a VGC mentality of like let me get the most generically strong thing that'll work in a lot of situations, because you have to be able to. You don't know what's going to happen, and you have to be able to change things on the fly. So yeah, I think that's been pretty interesting, just considering the best of 5. But I'm really excited. Never played a best of 5 before. It should be really fun. Anything else you want to say before we wrap up? I haven't really
done much of best of 3 either before this season.
No, me neither. Dude, I'm committed. I'm so committed. I'm going to be like, I really want to take notes, because I will forget things. Yeah. And one thing I've been really bad at all season is like, information will be revealed throughout the battle, but I won't like notice it, or if I notice it, then I'll forget.
Yeah, me too.
And so
me too, like with knockoff, like taking out my items, I'm just like not realizing that.
Exactly.
So I didn't know you had room service because I didn't read the room service to the
yeah. So like I want to do a better job in this best of 5 to work on that skill of information gathering throughout a set, because it's the skill that I think I'm the weakest at as like a competitive player, because I'm and both of us, we haven't played best of 3s, we haven't played best of 3s, and that information gathering is an important facet of the best of 3.
Yeah, I mean that's how you play Pokemon is like every turn you try to think of every possible scenario that could happen in that turn, and try to prepare against everything.
Yeah, and the more information you get, like move sets, like identifying move sets, right? And you can predict some things too, right? Like if you see this move, and this move, it's like, okay, I probably know what the 4th move is. Like it's probably protect, And if it's not protect, then you could be like, oh, they can't protect. Like that's important information to be.
Yes, exactly.
And I don't think
on Showdown, when you mouse over Pokemon, it'll show like which moves have been revealed thus far.
Does it do that over the series though, or just in the match? Like in the game? I think
it does that over the series. It definitely does that in the match, but I don't know if.
Oh, okay. Well, that's interesting. Okay, then that helps a lot, because I was planning to I'm gonna get a notepad and start practicing my writing shit down as I go. Because I don't want to be in Game 5 and be like, I don't remember. Does Arcanine have crunch? I don't want to. I don't want to be there, so I want to make sure I'm taking notes and stuff. But if it tracks it, I'll have to test that then. If it tracks it over because that's easy to test. Okay,
it is. But I gotta go.
All right. Work. Any last words?
GLHF. This is gonna be pretty epic.
All right, yeah, I agree.
I'm excited.
All right, see ya. Thanks so much for being on, and goodbye to the stream.
And I can't wait for Gen 2. I'm gonna finish my write-ups as soon as I can.
Okay, awesome. Looking forward to it.
I've been working on the Porygon 2 one at work.
Nice. Looking forward to it. All right, goodbye to you, and goodbye to the stream.